Hello everyone and welcome to the Kiki London YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and in today's video I have a very exciting new launch to share with you all, as today launches the new Kiki London Autumn 2024 collection. So this has been a little bit delayed, so I'm really excited to finally share it with you all. So there are 6 gorgeous new shades and these are actually going to be brilliant for autumn as well as going into winter, and maybe even a hint of Christmas in here as well. So let's jump straight in and take a look at the 6 new colours, starting off first of all with Nudeini. I absolutely loved the name on this. It really made me laugh when I opened the box and see this one. And then I also really love it because I love a nude shade and I would happily have a new nude in every single collection. This one is really pretty. It's really pale. It's got a really pretty creamy consistency to it. We will be swatching them all, so we'll dive into the colours a little bit more in depth then. The second shade in this collection is Brown Suede, and straight off the bat this is my favourite shade in this collection. As there is already so many Christmas decorations floating around, this gives me gingerbread Christmas house vibes for some reason, and I've really wanted a colour like this in my collection, so I'm excited to get this one swatched. Then we have a Crimson Night, and I found this shade quite unique, as the initial thought was it's kind of like a dusky rose shade. It reminded me of dusky pink but a darker version. It's definitely got those crimson red vibes there, but because of that muted tone to it, it gives off a dusky look as well, which I really loved. Then we move into the more bolder colours, starting off with Bold Burgundy. This is a really gorgeous red, but it's got those deeper burgundy undertones to it, but it definitely has that bold impact. I absolutely love this one, and I think it would be great if you don't necessarily want a traditional red set of nails, but you still want to have that classic look to your manicure. We then have the gorgeous Green Envy, and this one certainly will make people envious of your nails. We have needed a new Kiki green for a little while now, and I feel as though this one has been a very highly requested. You'll see what I mean when it comes to swatching. Lastly, in the new collection we have Rich Purple. Now this is such a gorgeous classic purple shade. It kind of gives me Cadbury chocolate vibes. You'll know what I mean if you are familiar with Cadbury's, but it's that beautiful bright purple. It kind of gives a royal regal vibes as well. So let's jump in and swatch these. Of course I'm going to be swatching these on the Kiki London Colour Swatch File. This is, I think, my second or third book of these. I love just having all of my swatches displayed in here, and it just makes swatching so much easier as well, because it becomes with the tip stand, your tips and the panels that go into the book. As you can see, the tips pop onto here really easily, and they're so secure where they're clipped in, so you don't have no faff with trying to pop tips on with blue tack or anything like that. And then you simply swatch, pop them off of there, and then can pop them onto the panels that go into the book. So we're going to start off by swatching the beautiful Nudeini. Now, as I mentioned, this is quite a pale nude shade, but it's got a bit of a pinky peach tone to it. It's really pretty. I love that it's more on the cream side than the classic nude side, as I really love these colours for bases for nail art. Of course it will look absolutely beautiful on its own, but just picture this with some stamping or some water decals over the top. Next up we have Brown Suede. So as I said, this gives me kind of those Christmas gingerbread house vibes that you see in decorations, and I really loved this one. It's so cozy, and I feel as though it's quite unique to the Kiki range. And how beautiful does it pair up with Nudeini? The first 3 colours that we're going to swatch, so we're going to go in and swatch Crimson Night now. I feel as though these 3 colours would work beautiful together in either like a Skittles style manicure, or maybe some ombres between the 3, or just pairing them up, as in imagine Crimson Night over either Nudeini or Brown Suede as a French, especially Nudeini. It would look beautiful as a French tip. I just think these 3 colours They so easily work together as a colour palette. Next up, we have Bold Burgundy. Now, I never used to be a fan of red nails, but they have really grown on me the last couple of years. And I think that's because there now is such a variety of red gel polishes available. Like if you check out the Kiki London red selection on the website, you'll just be blown away with choice. And then it makes me feel as though the reason I was never a fan of red nails is I just hadn't found a red to suit me. Now that there is so many available, I have so many favorite reds, and this one is definitely going to be up there. I can't wait to get a set of nails on myself with this color. Next up, we have Green Envy, and I feel as though for the past year this has been a very highly requested shade. It is a really dark foresty green, and it is going to be brilliant for any of the hand painted nail artists who are wanting to add more greenery into, say, their floral sets and things like that. It is just a beautiful true forest green shade. If you are familiar with Kiki London's Ivy Forest, it's still dark, but it's lighter than that, and it doesn't have that hint of teal, so it gives it more of a classic green look. And as you can see, it pairs up beautifully with the Bold Burgundy. If you are wanting a slightly more, because obviously Christmas greens and reds are usually quite bright, these are just that little bit more on the darker side. So if you're wanting something a little bit different but you're still wanting the Christmas vibes, you'll definitely get it from those two shades. And then we have flown through swatching Rich Purple, so I'll talk about this shade a little bit more when we do this second coat. But as you can see, this is the first coat of all of the colors swatched. Now we do recommend applying the Kiki London colors in 2 coats, but as you can see, even in 1 coat they are very highly pigmented. They do all have a beautiful creamy consistency to them, so I would recommend keeping your coats nice and thin. And if you feel as though the first coat is a little bit uneven or patchy or not highly pigmented, don't stress, because once you come in and apply that second coat, that's where you get the true color and the true shade come to life. So I personally like to apply my Kiki London colors in 2 thin coats, and I'm always happy with the pigmentation because it has that creamy consistency. It also applies so beautifully as well, and effortlessly too. I usually just go in quick swooshes with the brush, and then I'll just touch up here and there. You'll find a lot of the time, like there with Nudeini, I was trying to just brush away a little bit of dust that had fallen into that gel, but they go on effortlessly with these style brushes in the larger 15ml bottles as well. I find that plays a huge part in how well they apply as well. Now this collection is going to be on pre-sale as of today, so it's now live on the website, so grab it with the discount whilst you can. I can see these selling out really quickly. I do believe the shades will also be available individually as well. Coming in with those second coats of colour really made me fall in love with Nudeini and Brown Suede even more. I just really love these 2 colours especially, and I feel as though I'm going to get so much use out of them. Now do let me know in the comments below, what is your favourite colour? I feel like there's a really good variety of shades in this collection, so there's definitely going to be a favourite for everybody. I personally feel as though it's really hard right now to pick what's going to be the most popular shade, so I can't wait to see what colours start flooding in to Instagram once you all start receiving your orders. And I just wanted to say, once we added in that second coat of the Crimson Night, it gave off a really nice hint of purple in there as well. So you've definitely got kind of like a dusky rose shade coming through, but then that hint of a purple as well. I really found this shade unique, and I really loved how it's swatched. Now we're going to go on to Bold Burgundy. And again, you see, once you add that second coat of colour, you see the more darker tones coming through in this one, which I really loved as well. It's definitely got a nice cozy autumnal vibe to it for a red as well. Then Green Envy, we're going to come in and swatch next. Now this one, where we're swatching over a white base, on the first coat you can still see a hint of white coming through. So this is what I meant by don't stress too much if your first coat doesn't look perfect, because you will get that perfection when you come in and apply the second coat. So as you can see here, now the color looks solid and even, and it's giving off that really beautiful true green vibes that I know a lot of you are gonna really love. Because we are going into Christmas season so quickly, it feels like every year we go into Christmas season a little bit early. I can picture this one being in so many Christmas manicures this year. Now, rich purple, we didn't get to talk too much about this one in the first coat. I did want to mention that it does show up a little more bluish on screen than it does in real life. It's really hard when swatching colors sometimes to get the true shade to come through, but it's a lot more of a brighter purple than what is showing up on camera. It's kind of giving off a little bit more of a blue tinge, which isn't there in real life. It's more of that Cadbury regal purple, and I love how solid and opaque this one looks. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to cure this again for 30 seconds. Each of these coats do require a 30-second cure in your LED lamp, and then of course we're going to top coat today using the Kiki London Crystal top coat. And I was blown away once we come in and top coated this. Seeing them with that true high shine made me love them even more. This was my first time getting to play around with the colors because there'd been a little bit of a delay with releasing this collection. I got them and had to swatch them for the video straight away, so I haven't had any time to do any nail art or any playing around with them, but I plan on doing it this next couple of days and I absolutely cannot wait. But it was really nice to come in and top coat them, and it just takes that shine up a level. If you have not tried the crystal top coat, it is the latest top coat in the Kiki London top coat range, and I have to say it is my absolute favorite top coat. It is beautiful. It has a beautiful high shine, but it lasts so well without any chipping. It's quite hard wearing, so it kind of reminds me of the rubber base coat, but it's not as thick when it comes to applying. So it's brilliant if you've done things like layered nail art or hand painted nail art and you want a little bit more of an encapsulation over the nails, but you might not want anything as thick as a rubber top coat. So as you can see, these are all of the shades swatched. We're then going to pop that in for a 60-second cure, and then you can see the true colors there. I'm going to quickly take these off that tip stand and show you guys how easily they pop on to the panels. If you haven't checked out, I believe it's quite a while ago now that the Swatch File released, but if you haven't checked out the video, I will leave it linked in the description box below, as that shows the Swatch File a little bit more in depth. But just look at all these colors once they are lined up together. They look so beautiful. I cannot wait to play around with these, and I cannot wait to hear you guys' opinions on them. So do let me know in the comments below what you think of the latest Kiki London collection. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment below with your favorite shade. Check them out on the website whilst they are on pre-sale and grab yourself a bargain. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do hit that subscription button so you will see lots of upcoming sets using the new colors. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.